and welcome everyone to a webinar that is hosted by Creatio together with Meta on a very interesting subject that is very on point these days. Specifically today, we're going to be talking about how social media and CRM reshape the personalized communications for business. I'm very excited to host this webinar because I think it's a very interesting subject that is going to uncover a lot of details, specifically when it's brought by two sides of the topic, right? By the CRM vendor Creatio, and of course by Meta, who provide a lot of tools for the businesses to actually manage their social communications with their customers. And today we have a group of excellent speakers where I'm joined by Vladlena and Yaroslav coming in from Meta. Vladlena, Yaroslav, how are you doing today, guys?
Hi everyone. Everything fine.
Hello, nice to be here. Thanks.
All right, perfect. Thank you, guys. So, guys, today we have a very packed agenda. We have a lot of topics to discuss, a lot of topics to cover. And just to give you a little intro, what we're going to be doing is really, first of all, speaking about what does Meta and Creatio do as businesses. We're going to talk about and discuss the effects of the social media on businesses, again, because those have been tightly integrated into each other quite a lot. We're going to talk about the specific tools that Meta provides for businesses to help them drive their engagement with the customers, as in Facebook login, the Messenger, how this all falls down together into the tools of the CRM world. And of course, we're going to have a quick Q&A session and closing remarks in the end of the conversation. So I hope you guys are going to enjoy this. We're very excited to host this, very excited to talk to you about this, again, quite an exceptional topic. And at this point, I would like to pass the floor to Yaroslav to quickly drive us through some of the data and some of the information on Meta. Yaroslav, please take the floor.
Yeah, sure. Just give me a second. Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Yaroslav. I'm a strategic partner manager in Meta. And today we'll talk about how you can use Meta platform products in your daily business and communications with clients. But first, let me give you an overview of Meta strategy for the near future. So over time, the evolution and shifts we went through in our generation have radically changed how we connect, learn, work, and shop. Over the last few decades, technology has removed barriers to connections and expressions. It has democratized the ability to connect with each other anywhere, at any time, at a distance, and costs have become less and less of this barrier. And the metaverse is the next step here, and the devices that will take us there represent the next evolution of computing, one that's much more immersive and integrated in our life. The platforms and the experiences that make up the metaverse will take what we love about today's internet, the connections and experience and that are impossible in the physical world, and make them so much better. What we believe is that the metaverse will be around us. Once you tune into any of apps or devices, you are connected to it, and all others who have also tuned in to the same ecosystem, to the same environment. Now, thus far, our relationship with the internet has been looking at it, with most interactions flat and framed and fixed, almost to be broken by a screen. But our belief is that from now on, you will be inside of it. The possibilities of what the internet is literally laid out of our feet, aided by AR and MR headsets. In the metaverse, each of us will be represented by an experience, an avatar, or maybe a few of them, a virtual world you can call home, shop for your virtual identities as well as those in physical world, playing games and watch movies with your friends, the exploration of distant fantasy worlds, and many more. And the metaverse is not a copy of physical world; it's a 3D landscape. Games and worlds will all bend and move around you. Now we've talked about it, but let's define the metaverse. The metaverse is a set of digital interconnected experiences that can be accessed by any device, anywhere, with anyone. And you will be able to access those experiences from many devices with a different level of definition. Some that exist today and others will exist in the future. Not unlike what came before, the internet and desktop computers, the App Store will, with mobile devices, accessing the metaverse through AR, MR, VR devices will take some getting used to. And the way we present in this world are our avatars. They will be synonymous to our digital identities and will power meaningful experiences across our platforms and beyond. Earlier, we announced the launch of Avatar Store, which allows you to customize your avatar with free and paid items like clothing and accessories. In the future, creators and brands will push the boundaries of digital clothing and shopping, and people will have a new canvas to share who they are. Avatar commerce is an early bet to build a bridge to the metaverse, seed an economy, and establish digital ownership and identity. The metaverse will help you feel more present with the world around you, whether there's a physical world or the virtual world. We will be able to interact with content, games, and work through our bodies and our senses, not just keyboard or touch screens. Shopping experience will evolve, giving brands the opportunity to redefine what storytelling and product merchandising can mean. And it's not just social presence that will evolve, professional presence will too. Imagine being able to work from anywhere with anyone, but still feel like you are together. As boundaries such as geography and access fade away, you could have your dream job and live anywhere you like. This is already, to some degree, possible today. So why does it all matter? The content that people want to interact with and share is changing. Over time, there is a clear trend that technology enables people to share richer content with increasing frequency. 5 years ago, most of what people shared on Facebook was text and images. Now it's video. After that, immersive content like VR and AR. This is an opportunity and challenge for all businesses. If people have more tools for engaging and expression, we should create more useful experiences for them to engage with. So, and we are, as a company, as Meta, we are evolving too. Our past investment in communities, creators, and commerce tools only help to bridge our vision for the future. And our foundational apps, products, services will serve as a crucial part of the metaverse ecosystem. Our role as a journey is to help accelerate the development of the fundamental technologies, platforms, and creative tools that will bring the metaverse to life. And you'll see future investment in hardware and software that unlocks the potential to defy distance, and that can provide new opportunities for how people can express themselves and do things together. But it's not just an evolution of content and sharing. It's also about the evolution of community, of storytelling, and of commerce. Talking about commerce is evolving. Where were we in the past? Many years ago, Facebook doubled virtual goods. We had an online marketplace where people could buy virtual gifts for their friends and deliver them via Facebook wall. Virtual commerce is not totally unfamiliar to consumers. Games like Farmville or Animal Crossing relies on sales of virtual objects to maintain gameplay. And we've proven that virtual connection to physical goods lead to physical sales, as seen in marketplace. So with the commerce, where we are right now, we see that commerce across our technologies continue to evolve into Instagram and Facebook shops, with the added benefit of things like AR commerce. People discover amazing new products and services every day, and live shopping connects small businesses and large businesses to customers authentically around the world every day. Where we are going together with the commerce. In the metaverse, we will have the need to both physical and virtual commerce and ways to connect virtual items to the physical world. Investment from us in the future might look like taking your Facebook or Instagram shop and turning it into a virtual space in the metaverse for people to experience your products and brand just as they would physically in a real shop. Digital collectibles on Instagram is a feature that allows creators and collectors to showcase the assets they own. And brands can partner with creators to create digital collectibles as well. The Avatar Store will allow you to customize your avatar with the paid items like outfit from unique partners and free items like shoes, headwear, more outfit, and more on Instagram, Facebook, and the Messenger. So while we are seeing these trends and shifts in the market, and while the hardware necessary to enable these experiences is being developed, and while there are many ways into metaverse, we're still 10, 15 years away from the fully realized vision. Today, it's about continuing to grow your business in the digital space on our 2D apps with experiences such as native commerce solutions, AR, and business messaging apps. And you can start creating content that can translate into metaverse, focusing on immersive experience across multiple surfaces. In the near term, the focus will shift to building bridges from our apps into more immersive virtual 3D experiences. And in the future, we'll begin to imagine what the metaverse could mean for businesses and customers, and co-build new ventures with us through fully immersive virtual reality experiences and co-creation in participation with Meta Horizon Worlds. The metaverse cannot be built by a single company, but our roadmap over the next decades is ambitious because we believe this is the future. It will take all of us to build the bridges to the metaverse together, and we are looking forward to partnering with you on this journey. Today, we will talk about some specific products that you can use from our ecosystem, but this is how we see the future of the metaverse and the business, and we would like you to be the part of our journey again to build this metaverse together. Alex, back to you.
All right, thank you, Yaroslav, and a truly inspiring and visionary view of the future of the digital experiences. And I gotta say, when we were going through this value prop, I actually thought that there is a lot of resemblance into what Meta does with the digital experiences and what Creatio is looking to do in order to transform the way that businesses and companies actually create their own business applications, because the value statement of Creatio is also to provide freedom to drive change, where the freedom to drive change is really standing in the fact of having the ability to allow knowledge workers to fully take ownership of the business applications that they're using on the day-to-day basis, and to actually implement them, create absolutely custom applications that are going to be driving the value of the organizations and delivering efficiency and productivity to them on a day-to-day basis. But Creatio, summarized in 3 key pillars, would probably be a lot more simpler than just that, right? What Creatio is trying to deliver to its customers are 3 promises: 1 platform, freedom, and genuine care. And of course, we want to give you a little bit of insight of what do we believe what stands behind these 3 promises. Where when we're talking about 1 platform, it is definitely the ability of using core CRM, industry workflows, and templates and connectors that are going to deliver a single solution that can be then empowered with custom business applications that are going to be created by those knowledge workers on top of our studio platform. Of course, the freedom is going to be standing with the ability of building without limitations, connecting applications without limitations, with the universe of ready-to-use composable apps, and absolutely no skills that would be required in order to deliver the automation and the configuration of those applications. So a true freedom to be as creative, true freedom of being as crazy as our customers and our citizen developers and knowledge workers want to be in delivering those absolutely crazy and custom and unique applications that they want to. But of course, there's the aspects of the genuine care, right? The aspects of building warm and long-lasting relationships with our customers, with the aspects of actually having the customer's value first amongst all other things that form a true business. And the statement of the genuine care is not just coming from our idea of the genuine care, but also from our customers, right? From the feedback that we're receiving from them and from feedback that we're constantly hearing, not just from them directly, but out there through the social media, right, through independent sources, where, of course, amongst all of these organizations, we can see that there's one thing that they really adore about Creatio is the fact that they can be fully creative, right, fully independent, and always have Creatio as someone who's going to back them up through anything that they want to do on our platforms. And of course, the Creatio platform has not been just recognized by our customers, but by industry-leading analysts, where amongst Forrester, we're included into 6 waves, and Gartner, we're recognized around 5 magic quadrants. In many of those, we are leaders, right? We are the strong contenders, and we are definitely amongst hundreds and thousands of different applications that are out there on the market, delivering exceptional value to our customers. And that being said, I want to move from a little bit more formal point into discussion, right? And start really a conversation around the effects of the social media that are driving the businesses, right? And those effects on the businesses, how they help them transform, how they help them be unique, and how they help them be a little bit more agile and customer oriented. And in order to do that, we're just going to share a few numbers that we found online, right? That we found through our research. And guys, I wanted to kick off this conversation discussion with you. Well, the first fun fact, if you may, right, that we've found out there is that about 2.7 billion people use Facebook every month to connect with their friends and family and to discover things that matter. So from the perspective of Meta, guys, can you give me a little bit of an insight? What do you think about this number, right? How does this actually going to be transforming the businesses, or is already transforming the businesses, in your opinion?
Yeah, definitely. So from our point of view, this is the great opportunity for businesses to find customers, find people where they already spend most of their time. We will cover it a little bit later, but people right now, how to say, they value convenience over the money. So they ready to spend more, but to get more convenient way to communicate with brands, or to get some information or get some proposals in the ecosystem they already use. So with 2.7 billion people monthly on a Facebook, this is the huge amount of potential clients, potential customers for business. And businesses can already use our platform, so they don't need to build anything from the scratch. They can just really start to use our tools and our products and reach out to this audience and grow sales or provide services, or maybe it could be some NGOs to, I don't know, collect funds to help other people. So basically, this is the audience that already on our platform, and we are happy to help businesses or any other organization to reach out and achieve their goals.
So basically what you're saying is that businesses no longer need to find a place to connect to their customers, right? The customers are already defined, right? But 2.7 is what, like third, maybe almost a half of the world's population, right, that is using Facebook?
Population is growing a bit faster, but it's right now I think it's about 1/3 of the world population. And if we talk about like US and Europe, the most target markets right now, so I could say it's maybe the half of maybe like even 80% of the whole population.
Yeah, and it's definitely a massive place to connect to the consumers, right? Absolutely. And probably, you know, it ranges from all different kinds of sizes of businesses, right? From small, medium to enterprises that have, you know, billions of dollars in revenue. But then I would like to hear your take on this number, right? And what does it make you feel about the side of the Meta that you managing as well?
I think it's what I wanted to highlight is that there is a lot of talk about Instagram and WhatsApp, but I wanted to highlight that this number refers to Facebook specifically, and some advertisers sometimes ignore it as a platform, but this number actually shows that it is still like a very significant platform, and you can still achieve a lot of results there. And in some markets, sometimes it's even stronger than others. So when you're kind of considering your campaigns or considering where you want to be present, which services you want to use, you should consider as well this very strong platform for the specific markets you want to reach.
Yeah, absolutely. And when I'm thinking about this number, like 2.7 billion every month, right? What it really brings me to understand is that Facebook and, you know, the products of Meta have been so much deeply embedded in our day-to-day life, right? This is literally becoming as frequent as having a cup of coffee in the morning, right? When you're brewing a cup, right? You're opening up your news feeds, and they just go together naturally, right? And this is a really great place for everyone to start thinking about, how do I engage? How do I talk? How do I reach out to my customers, to my consumers, right? Specifically within those businesses that are reliant on direct customer feedback. Right. And this is one of the topics that we're going to uncover when we're going to go through some of these business tools that we have as part of the agenda. But I think that, you know, to understand how deeply embedded this is, and Yaroslav, you know, talking about your presentation at the very beginning about the metaverse, right? Imagine the launch of the metaverse to the kind of the public beta, right, or the public alpha, right? This is going to be a huge impact into how all the people around the world communicate, right, and interact with each other, right? Because basically having a third of the population driving, right, and being part of the new digital experience. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, definitely. That's why we invest a lot in metaverse and in developing different tools and platforms. So we just want to speed up this process, which is actually already going on in technology here and there. And we just want to be leaders there, and also provide our like huge audience for this new world and new technology.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's move forward. And another interesting fact that we actually found out when we were, kind of working on this webinar together with you guys was that 91% of all of the consumers say that they're more likely to shop with brands who they recognize, right? Remember, and that are actually, part of their day-to-day and something that they discover on a daily basis. So first of all, Vladlena, let me hear your thoughts about this, right? How do you feel about, and what is your take on 91%? So it's almost 100% of all the consumers out there.
Yeah, it's a big number. So personally, I've been working, Yaroslav is going to speak about messaging in a bit, but I've been working on messaging for the last 5 years, and kind of heard a lot of stories from various customers and from various like users. And it's very interesting to see like the more touch points you have. So for example, if a brand is present on Messenger, then the customers are more likely to consume and to shop. And it's very interesting how this kind of bonding is created, and how the users basically expect the brand to be everywhere to be able to shop with them. So exactly like this numbers tells it all. And to any client who I speak to, kind of always point them back into the fact that like providing as many touch points as possible and making sure that you provide a good experience on the platforms which you manage, because it is just so important.
Yeah, and absolutely, it almost stands for the fact that if you want to be a recognizable brand, you have to have social media presence, right? And not just a presence, right? You have to be active, you have to reach out, you have to be in constant contact with your consumers. Right. Well, obviously not harassing them and following them on each of their steps, but you need to be connected. Wouldn't you say so, or yourself?
Yeah. Vlad, I will still be part of your show. If you look at this number, you will see that people are more likely to shop with brands that will provide relevant offers and recommendations. That means that brands need to know about their customers in advance. So like common proposal right now doesn't work. You need to make personalized offer, personalized experience, or make some relevant offer. So there's no sense for I don't know, purpose some goods for the old people to kids and vice versa. So you need to know about your clients in advance and provide only relevant offers, and our platform can help with that. So that is why we see this huge number. It's not just about the information about customers' behavior, but also we can help to drive this behavior to your brand and to your business.
Yeah, absolutely, right? Because obviously what we're trying to do here is not just to create a seamless experience, right? But as well to help the businesses be more successful, right? This is not just about a social network, right, to increase the coverage, because again, a third of the population already uses it on a monthly basis, right? But it's also about connecting people, right? It's also about making them more reachable in a specific way, right? And this is definitely something that we've all experienced over the COVID phase, when people were, somewhat disconnected, right? And of course, without the social networks, I think that the whole COVID phase would be just fading out on us, right? And we will be absolutely lost, right? And this was probably why we made it all through, because we were connected in this way or another.
Yeah, exactly, absolutely.
All right, perfect. So just a few more numbers, right, before we go into the discussion on how exactly is Meta and Creatio actually supporting the businesses, right? And how do we actually work as a unit, as a single tool provided to businesses and to end consumers, where very interesting findings that we had was, first of all, that around 63%, and this is, again, more connected to the holiday seasons, right? So the holiday shoppers, since the holiday season is just upon us. But basically 63% of the holiday shoppers in North America were, tending to make an unexpected purchase, right? 90% of those shoppers were more likely to try new brands. out of holiday season, out of what they would expect. And again, 56% of those shoppers in North America specifically discovered those new products with Meta technologies, right? Through Facebook, through Instagram, through other tools. So I think that these numbers are really speaking to the fact that by having a social media presence, right, you're definitely going to be having an impact on your business success, right? And you definitely have the target audience, right? So guys, how do you think? Is it more about the holiday season, right? Or also how the brands can actually be promoting themselves, right? And actually reach out to their target audience and their prospect buyers?
The products and the solutions we'll discuss today, they're relevant for the whole year, because we have holidays in different regions and different geography in different time. But of course, for the Christmas time, for the holiday season, end of the year, this is 2 times more relevant. As you see, the numbers show that people are open to have some unexpected purchases, or they see some new brand and want to try it to test, or maybe make some new gift that never made before, and they want to try it as well. So using our platform, using our tools, and our solutions will help to show some relevant offers to the customers, to potential customers, stay with them and drive them to make some purchase or offer the service. Vlada, what do you think?
I think the key here, as Yaroslav, you pointed out before, is the personalization. So the last point kind of refers to personalization. So kind of you need to meet the consumers, your customers, with the very correct message at the very specific point. And then you can maximize the results of your campaign or of your engagement. So I think kind of planning towards holidays is super important. So for us, for example, like Black Friday is coming up, it is a very important kind of point. And then obviously like Christmas later and New Year's. So planning towards those events with personalized offers, kind of making sure that you cover the right channels is super key. And then the numbers basically confirm that it does pay off. So this is my thinking on that.
Yeah, totally agree with that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's absolutely no room for discussion here, right? This is exactly what it is. But one of the things and one of the points of our discussion today are also some of the maybe a little bit less obvious tools that Meta provides to businesses, right? To keep driving that engagement, right? To keep the customers a little closer to the businesses. And I think this would be a great segue and transition, right? To talk about those tools. So Vladlena, I would like to pass the floor to you to talk about a little bit around one of those tools that we had in discussion today, which is the Facebook login.
Perfect. Thanks very much. Let me just share my screen here. You can see it well, right?
Yeah, got it on the screen.
Thanks a lot. So I would be speaking today to you about Facebook login and how you can create valuable experiences with Facebook login. So Facebook login is one of our oldest products, which is part of developer platform. And it has a lot of features, so it's a very established product. And kind of looking into the future and connecting it back to what Yaroslav discussed, Facebook login at some point is going to be a gateway to Meta login, which is going to be the connection to the metaverse. However, today I would like to speak to you about very specific ways how you can use Facebook login for your business. So the few things which I would like to cover is it starts like evolution. Then I would like to talk about the benefits to Facebook login. Then I would like to talk about the full funnel experience. And I'm going to finish with the best practices and how you can use it for your business. So as I said, Facebook login is one of the oldest products. It enables people to have private and secure experiences from basic account creation to social networking, all with a click of a button. So probably you yourself already used Facebook login a lot of times. I'm going to cover a bit more specific things, why it is a great tool for a business. So Facebook login evolved a lot over the years and how businesses use it. So it started off from just being an easy entry into multiple destinations. So you could use Facebook login both on desktop and on mobile, and you didn't have to remember your password. And basically it enabled a super easy, smooth experience, which people really loved. So from that, it moved to providing personalization and or social experiences, because while using Facebook login, there were specific data points which could be shared by you with your consent. And then based on that, the business could personalize the content which you were seeing on the website. So for example, if you were sharing user gender, your gender with the website with a specific service, they were able to customize, for example, shopping experiences. So they were straight away showing you the more relevant things for you. And that moves me to the last evolution of login, which is engaging shopping experience. So as I said, in example with the gender, you would get products suggested based on the specifics to you. So gender could be as well the date of birth and other characteristics. The benefits of Facebook login to your users are, as I already said, easy login, easy access. You don't need to remember lots of different passwords. The second big benefit is control. So at any point when you're using Facebook login, you're always in control of the data you're sharing with the business. So for our users, it has become increasingly important. And obviously, like, we are going with the time, and we are making sure that the user has full control of their data, which they're sharing with the business. And the final one is community. So by using Facebook login, basically you could see theoretically like other friends which are as well in a game. So that's like more a gaming specific use case, and then you can enjoy experiences offered by a service together with your community. So benefits for partners, for businesses any size. So Facebook login offers full funnel experience. I will show you later, like at each stage of the funnel, how you can use Facebook login, so you can understand better what I mean. The second point is Facebook login is very easy to integrate. It is available for both desktop, also for all the mobile, for mobile systems, and it's very easy and straightforward. Like if you follow the documentation. It is also cross-platform, so works both on web and on mobile. So now I'd like to talk to you about the funnel and how we see Facebook login supporting you in the funnel. So it starts with acquisition. In the first phase, how Facebook login can help you acquire additional customers. It goes into the engagement, and it ends up with a conversion. So how you can convert the customers, which you already have, and can increase the amount of purchases. So starting with acquisition, we have a few products which I would like to talk about today. It's Express Login and Limited Login. So Express Login is a specific feature which basically makes it easier for users to log in, and if it works on Android, and basically if you are changing devices, and it will log in automatically on Android. So if you already logged in on web, it will make the process on Android much smoother. And we have seen basically the amount of login as a result of that increased, which also like avoids duplication of accounts, avoids failing to log in, and offers potential boost in signups. We have a lot of testimonials from our partners who really like using Facebook login, but it's not only for its usage, but also because they get valuable registrations based on login, and they also see higher conversion because people who logged in with Facebook tend to kind of convert better and stay longer. Another success story which I wanted to show you is from our partner, and they basically managed to reduce customer service efforts through Facebook login. They had a lot of friction with the email login, so people were kind of forgetting their passwords, and there were, as a result, a lot of customer inquiries, and they were basically started to use Facebook login, and all of that. The friction disappeared. So the classic and limited login is as well another feature. It is available on iOS, and it as well, limited login is basically something where it's like a smaller feature, so it's easier for users to use it, and allows more frictionless account creation. So the second funnel step is engagement, and I'm going to show you a few things how you can increase engagement. So as I was already telling you, Facebook login allows you to access specific user data if they consent to it. So in this case, it is about friends list, and there are certain apps which use that, and basically it makes the app more engaging and more interesting, so people can use the app together with their friends. Same for some music apps. We have a partner who has seen much better results, where it was more like a more community experience because of Facebook login. We have an interesting success story from Pinterest, specifically again for Android users. So they used Express login, and it helped them to increase users by 20% by using Express login by the feature which I just explained. The last point which I wanted to talk to you about is conversion. So how can Facebook login help to actually convert the customers? So Yaroslav is going to talk about messaging. I'm just going to briefly mention it here, but we have a feature which is called Login Connect with Messenger. And this feature allows, so after you log in, it allows you to receive notifications over Messenger, and that allows kind of to start straight away engage with customers in a very smooth way, and basically gives you an additional channel, which increases engagement. We have a few success stories here as well. So for example, this e-commerce application which has used that, and they've seen 2.4 increase in coupon redemptions, and also they've seen an increase in the amount of purchases people make with them. The final point which I wanted to cover is copy. It is called Conversion API, and it's a feature which we offer because the markets are changing a lot, and copy allows to pass the events, the pixel events, directly to the client server. So this is a very technical topic, but it also is part of the Facebook login offering, because you can also pass the Facebook login events over copy, over Conversions API, and basically like that you can as well target and advertise better. So Facebook login kind of ties into the advertising solution as well, which is as well an interesting step if you already have other things implemented. So just to kind of finalize and give you the checklist on the best practices, if you decide, or if you're already using Facebook login and if you want to get the most out of it. So Facebook login is an easy way to log in and to log out. You should make sure that the Facebook login button is right at an app open, so it's high enough and it's visible. If you would like to fully make the use of that, you should avoid logging from the web view and make it native to the app, because it creates a better experience. You should make sure that the buttons are kind of large enough, so you should make sure that the design works. And what we kind of suggest as well is You should make sure that the usage of Facebook login is consistent across across your brand. And obviously, like, you should make sure in terms of the permissions, which I discussed before, that they are within the certain usage. So here's the website where you can learn more. If you're specifically interested in the additional permissions, which I was talking about, so accessing additional user data, you can find all the information there, and you can see if it kind of fits the use case of your business or not. And if you would like to consider that, happy to answer questions. That's all from myself. Alex, back to you.
Thanks, Vladlena. Yeah, and before we jump into kind of the other side of this topic, which would be on the CRM, right? Probably one of the things that I wanted to ask you, just to kind of like expand into these different types of use cases. Have you seen yourself, right? Maybe witnessed those, right? Maybe there is already another kind of area of development where not just B2C, right? So business to consumers, but business to business type of use cases where business can leverage Facebook login to perhaps interact, right? To collect data on some of their prospect business buyers in general, or is this something that you haven't explored yet? Maybe it's not a common trend, and so that's you see happening.
There's definitely less of a focus because all kind of the data points we offer are like more in the B2C area. But definitely there is things which can be explored. Yaroslav, do you maybe have some ideas?
Yeah, actually, I would partially agree that most of our products are B2C, but there are some products that are more focused on B2B, could be used in B2B. So like, for example, lead generation in Messenger. I know like last year, if I'm not mistaken, Cisco ran the special chatbot to sell their products for small businesses. So there is still room for B2B solutions. Of course, the majority of our tools are for B2C, but B2B also more and more engaged in our ecosystem and start to use this.
Yeah, one of the reasons that I wanted to bring this up, right, because we had an interesting question in the chat that we did want to kind of store for the back of the webinar, but I actually thought it would be kind of embedded quite nicely. And it was mostly covered around, trying to bring this conversation more from the perspective of B2B, right? And one of the things that I kind of thought about it when Vladlena was going through her part of the presentation is that if we kind of look into the history, right, of social networks and how they were embedding themselves into our lives, obviously, right, has been exponentially increasing over the years, right? The more that we have the social networks, right, the more embedded they are. And I had an interesting thought, well, at least for me, it was interesting, is that perhaps the social networks can change a little bit the perception around, the personal life and kind of the business life of an individual, right? So you can get advertisements around business products that would affect your business personally, right? And something where a business can sell to the business through a social network that is dependent on individuals, right? So do you guys, and this is a little bit more on the ads, right? But again, if you're connecting these ads that are then going to be driving the audience to the website, right, where you can already try the business product as an individual, as a knowledge worker, for instance, from the business side through your Facebook login, this can as well kind of help drive the traction, right, and help generate that lead that lead generation process, right, and help drive the overall kind of a interest in the businesses. What do you guys think? Is that just my imagination playing on me, or do you think that this is as well kind of supported by your the Meta business tools?
I would agree. I think the life becomes more and more kind of integrated, and the borders become kind of more and more blurred. And I completely agree. I think there is a big amount of people who are professionally, for example, like on Facebook, to connect as well professionally, and not just like with family and friends. And you also use it as a source of kind of inspiration to learn about like industry trends. So I would definitely say that, like, in terms of brand awareness, like even in terms of for B2B, that's a great place to be, to catch attention of the audience.
Yeah, I think I can add to that. I personally more than 15 years in B2B sales, and in the end, it's not just companies selling to companies, it's just person-to-person negotiation. It's like one person buys or sells to another person. And when we talk about B2B, yeah, there is a specific, there is some aspects need to be thinking about, but in the end, it's person need to know about your product, need to know about your solution, and then use it in their own business. So it's still like person-to-person communication, and personal approach still needed.
All right, perfect. Well, guys, we are actually running out of time, right? We're 45 minutes in, and we definitely want to make sure that we're making it on time, but we cover all the topics. So we're going to speed up a little bit here. I do want to drive just a couple of slides from kind of the CRM perspective, right? Of how can businesses leverage the Facebook One login data. And in this case, let me just share a few slides before I pass it back to Yaroslav for an additional topic around the messenger, right? So one of the ways that we see actually that the businesses can leverage the Facebook login and data collection processes is actually the ability of building a true customer 360, right? Or at least connecting some of the data from the Facebook login to deliver that customer 360, right? Because obviously the purpose and the goal of the CRM was data aggregation, right? Data collection, so that we can then leverage and use this data. And of course, when we're talking about the extended Facebook login, right, we're doing messaging capability, right? That is going to be helping the businesses to actually then not just understand their portfolios, right, and understand their consumers, but as well to engage with them through multiple different channels, social networks and social media being part of those. And we're going to cover those a little bit further down the road, right? But as a result, generally speaking, of building this true customer 360 or parts of the customer 360, right? There's of course the ability of then using the segmentation criteria, right? To run lead management processes, to incorporate collaboration tools, right? And of course, as a result, a number and amount of different various marketing tools that Creatio provides out of the box, right? Part of our stack, part of our marketing automation capability, right? And of course, this is going to be a closed loop of data collection, right? Data usage, data engagement with the consumers, but something that ultimately we're trying to make as native, right? As streamlined and as simple as possible. And this is kind of what we feel, right? And how we understand the ability of using even kind of a simple thing, right? Of using just a Facebook button to log in into a website, right? But then actually giving an exceptional value to our customers as a CRM vendor. And Yaroslav, at this point, as promised, we're going to try to speed up a little bit, but I'm going to pass the floor back to you. And let's talk about Facebook Messenger. Right, perfect.
I think you're
on a third year of working remotely, I always still forget to unmute myself. So yeah, I will skip some slides for the sake of time, just to focus on one more like practical stuff. But talking about Messenger, we will talk about why messaging matters, what Messenger offer to businesses, and how to get started, and how to use Messenger for customer care. This is actually also relevant for B2B and B2C both cases. So first of all, why messaging matters. We see in our researches that people prefer messaging over other communication channels, and 63% of people across generations prefer to message someone or message to business rather than call or email. And messaging, we see that messaging removes frictions and offer convenience for users. When asked why they message businesses, over 61% of people say messaging is the easiest, most convenient way to contact a business. And people globally now value convenience so highly that 60% of people surveyed in our research across 23 markets say they would actually pay more for convenience. So what Messenger offers for businesses? First of all, it's a global reach. Messenger reaches more than 1.3 billion users and is available across platforms and devices. It allows people to move freely from mobile to desktop and back again on Android, iOS, and other platforms. And People on Messenger are also use their real identity. So the customer relationships you build through are based on the trust. Second, it's seamless conversation. So easy to start, easy to re-engage with conversation. Messenger entry points make it easy to start conversation on Facebook, on your website, or even offline. And Messenger offers you persistent read. So conversations stay in Messenger and can be synchronous, like in real time, or asynchronous. So your users can communicate with your brand in convenient time or convenient form. Third is the modern way to communicate. So right now, Messenger is optimized for mobile, and it enables rich media like GIFs, stickers, buttons, and so on. Last but not the least is easy integration with the tools you already use in your business. So Messenger is integrated with Facebook business platform and ads ecosystem, and also offer best-in-class developer platform that supports integration with third-party messaging, support channel, automation providers, and of course with external CRMs. Messenger is where businesses are already seeing success. So for the last years, there were lots of launches, lots of integrations, lots of projects launched on Messenger by businesses, and they use it in different ways. So like for raising awareness, here's an example of UK-based financial services company used lead generation on Messenger to boost its customer base on armed forces members and increased qualified leads by 42%. Or you can drive sales. So this is an example of Uber Eats in Arab Emirates achieved 4 times more purchases in a campaign that used click to message and click to Messenger and sponsored messages as opposed to the campaign without Messenger. So and they also got 80% decrease in cost per first order. You can also provide the support. So Air France used automated experience in Messenger to provide support for their customers where they already are on, and increased customer satisfaction. Currently, 18% of all care requests are resolved by automation in Messenger, even without involving agents. So how to get started with the Messenger? There are 4 key steps. First, plan where conversation can help you drive business result. Then create your Messenger experience. After that, connect with the right people to help them discover their experience in your Messenger. And last, but it's like reiterated step, optimize, test your experience, improve it. So it's like, I don't want to say it's never ending process, but it's like you can always update or improve your experience in Messenger. So when planning, ask yourself following questions. Where can Messenger solve friction in your existing customer journey? What problems are you solving? Who do you want to talk to? Why should those users, those customers talk to you? And start with a simple idea, make it work, and then add some new features, add some new ideas. Choose your business objective. Messenger has seen success supporting with mid-funnel objectives. And today we're going to recommend a few different paths to take you to get started. First, as I mentioned, is lead generation. So you can start messaging conversation with ads that click to Messenger. We will deliver those ads to people who more likely to answer your messages or would like to send messages. And this helps you to break the ice with your customer and offer something personalized, make some personalized offer and start conversation with them. You can also increase transactions in commerce. So Messenger combines the personal experience of shopping in store with the convenience of shopping online. So the best of 2 worlds. Basically, you can provide additional consultancy to your existing customers or those who are interested in particular good or particular brand. And I also mentioned the Messenger is one of the best tools right now for customer service, for support, and you can build automated experience there. So once you identify the business problems the Messenger experience will solve, start to build. So let's talk about tools that you can use. There are a number of Facebook first-party messaging tools. Business Inbox in Instagram and Business Inbox in Messenger. They are native messaging inbox that allow you to communicate with your customers in both platforms, and also allow your admins to log to their page directly in Messenger or in Instagram and communicate from there. There is also business suited unified inbox or in web view in unified inbox. So all your Messenger and Instagram conversations in one place. It allows your admins to manage up to 50 pages simultaneously and use some labels and other features that help to answer your customers faster. So Facebook tools include features to make live chat richer and more efficient. For example, saved replies. You can save some answers to common questions, so you can quickly provide the response without typing it anytime or copy paste from some other resources. Away message that you can use like auto response when your admins cannot be in a moment and they cannot in a moment answer to your clients. Also labels. So you can put labels on different conversations, so other admins or other your employees can understand what is this topic about and how to treat it. And also quick replies, greetings, and some many other features that we add to the platform. There is also messaging platform API, and you should use it if you are an enterprise business that require integrations with your live chat provider and backend system, or you are a business, big or small, that interested in creating a fully custom experience for your brand. So Messenger platform API offers enhanced automation, account linking, and authentication, so your customers can authenticate directly in Messenger, in Thread. Integration, and also, of course, web view, so you can show your website inside the conversation. So you may ask, should we develop everything in-house, or do we need to find a third party? We say that businesses interested in creating a richer messaging experience, including multi-agent support, great automation, or integration with backend system and CRMs, should work with a third-party developer, because they already have experience, they already know what you can achieve, and they can build faster on a messenger. Conversations are two-way streets, so you can use different messenger entry points and ads to let people know you're available for chat. On Facebook, you can use your, first of all, Facebook page and send message button. Just make sure it's activated and on the front page. On your website, you can add chat plugin. It's like representation of messenger interface on your page, and so your customers can scroll through a website, switch from one topic to another, but still keep communicating with your customer support agent. Send to message plugin allows to send information to Messenger and then continue conversation there. And also checkbox plugin when customer subscribe to some notifications in Messenger later on about order or delivery status, whatever. And of course, you can use endpoint ME links. You can this is specific link to your chatbot, to your Messenger experience that you can add to your emails, or even create a QR code and use it like that. So as I already mentioned, like any other channel, to achieve success with Messenger, it is important to test and optimize your experience over the time. Let's me focus a little bit on customer care with Messenger. What we see that incorporating Messenger in your customer service strategy offers a number of convenience through, first of all, a persistent thread. So you don't need to, your customers no more waiting on hold or repeating support issues to multiple agents. It's all information already in Messenger, and even if you switch between agents or between automated experience and a live agent, all information, all conversations still there. And also automation, already mentioned it before. You can create fully automated experience, for example, answering frequently asked questions, or provide support for out of service period time, and you can do it totally automatically. So first of all, messaging is fast. As mentioned, no more waiting for your customers, no more phone calls. It's all there, it's all automated, and you can really provide needed information very, very fast. You can also have a live agent connected to the thread, to the conversation. So if customer is not satisfied with automated responses, he or she can always switch to live agent. Already mentioned quick replies. So you can use it to provide quick information to the customer about some topics. And in general, two main things that you should think about when using Messenger for customer care. First of all, asynchronous messaging. So phone and live chat forces agents to handle conversation live. And when we talk about phone calls, it's like one request in a moment. When there is a chat in Messenger, it could be 3, 4, maybe even 5 conversations simultaneously managed by one agent. And the asynchronous nature of messaging allows your agents to focus on these conversations without affecting responsiveness. So replying to customer at their pace instead of forcing customer to start over and over again and again. Second is cross-device persistent chat. So with Messenger, persistent thread, and asynchronous messages, you can continue to provide support after the customer has stepped away. So your customer can easily access your answer anywhere. Messenger is available on desktop or on mobile. To conclude this all, with Messenger, you can build highly automated customer care channel that your customers will love. And integration with external systems like CRM will help you to enrich your messages with clients' information and make conversation more personalized. Alex, back to you.
Perfect. And since we are quite a little bit out of time here, right? Just wanted to summarize some of the capabilities that the integration of the Facebook Messenger with your CRM would benefit, how it would actually benefit the users of the CRM, right? And making the businesses all more effective is actually the fact that when thinking about the end user experience, right, and having that in mind in order to drive the efficiency and productivity, bringing in those chats, right, as in post-processing of the chatbot that can, by the way, within Creatio be configured as well, right, or as a result to deliver this more personalized approach and, personalized care, right, delivery of it as part of your CRM is crucial in order to drive efficiency, right, to create a unified environment, a unified platform, if you may, for businesses to manage, their day-to-day operations, their live communication, conversation with the customers, right, and actually being able to make and run actionable items directly out of those chats, right, to streamline the support, right, to streamline the relationship building of the end consumer with the businesses, right, and of course to streamline the overall operations of the business that is going to be using a combination of the Facebook Messenger, right, together with the CRM, right, together with other tools that are going to be in their stack. Vladlena, Yaroslav, this has been a very rich in information in that session. Unfortunately, we are out of time. I know there's been some questions in the chat area, so we're hoping that our moderators will be going back to them in email together with a recording of this webinar. I would like to thank you for your time. Thank you for your insights, right, and your expertise in these subjects and matters. And hopefully we're going to have one of these very, very soon. Also, thank you to all of our participants. Hope you have enjoyed this and stay tuned to the updates from the worlds of CRM and social media networks.
Thank you very much for the attention and for hosting us. Thanks.
Thank you for opportunity, and yeah, let's be in touch.